How's it going, people? Hope you're all doing well. Got another video. This one is the FMCA scammers part 5. And this one we're going to cover this chap here, Jesper Ellerman. With his, we all know he's linked to Kim from the associates videos I've been doing. So what we'll do is we'll get straight into it. So today we're going to focus on Sovereign Kingdom of Manna. So if you go to their website, which I'll bring that up in a second, you'll start to see lots of mentions of the country code that Kim keeps blurting out. And the reason why is because this was her little baby, Kingdom of Manna. She used this Kingdom of Manna to make things look more legitimate when she approached other countries to, like, especially in Africa. But it didn't work out well because, again, her friend Jesper Ellerman, that she's worked with at least since 2012, power went to his head. Or other rumours are the OCG, organised crime group that Kim is part of, allegedly booted her out, and they basically, she was left to go and do her own thing. But I think it's more like most of these things happen, Kim falls out as part of the story. They fall out, which happens a lot, but really they're not. They're still buddies, just like politicians do. You hear the drama of them arguing in the government's assemblies, but later on they're having a few beers and being buddies, and that's the same principle here, really. They just do it, they're all part of the same group. They don't always fall out, but you know, this guy might even be his real name, Jesper Ellerman. They've all got fake names. It's just the way they do. They get through their scams. Kim, well, I think that he is a real name, but you never know. She could have stole that profile, but that's another story again. Okay, so let's get into this. This is the Kingdom of Manna website. Okay, so it's a safe website to go on if you're worried about clicking on it. They've made a lot of changes to this since when we first discovered this, but this is the chap, His Majesty Michael Ural Gabriel Raphael Zafikiel of All Saints, Royal Monarch, King Supreme Commander and Grand Master Knight of the Sovereign Kingdom of Manna. Kim put this guy on the throne. She even says it in the show that she has with Thomas Williams, which I'll put the link in for the special Foundation Kingdom of Manna show. She was on there. She was called Miss Manna at the time. She was too afraid or just wanted to stay in the background and not for people to know who her name is. But it was leaked out in the Truth Movement, not by us, by some other ones that maybe she was part of her team or ripped off. One of the two, they put her name out there. So she had to come forward, but we had pictures and started getting pictures of her and putting it out there, and we actually mentioned in a few of our we went into the THI groups and said, "Oh, this is Kim," and Thomas, of course, denied it, just like he always has done. Same with Christy Adams' profile. But anyway, so this is one of their pages, the Royal Monarch, and they just make it look really nice, talk about the tribes and how things were put together, going back thousands of years, which this Kingdom of Manna did exist, but they just jumped on it and used it to as if it's like something legitimate today, and it isn't. They just stole some island, on the other side of the world, to back up their Manor World Holding Trust lies. So why are we here? Well, okay, so we want to look at this country code. So you can clear here. You're going to read through this, but you can talk about here the Kingdom of Manna holds the Bank of International Settlement, which is the BIS, yeah? I was talking in my last video, and they're completely denied all of this to anything to do with Kim or Manna at all. As part of this code, the Bank for International Settlement Clearance Code, the 2-digit country code is KO, and the 3-digit country code is KOM. Now, this picture was what Kim put together, especially when she was in the THI shows. They was trying to make out that the indigenous people of Kingdom of Manna looked like this when they just didn't. They don't exist. They're actually on the other part of the world, somewhere in Eastern Europe was the Kingdom of Manna. So it's Middle East, I think it was. Nowhere near where they think it is. So another one of their pages as well, which is called Revocation of the Kingdom of Manna, Royal Monarch. Again, mentioning FMCA code. It's just like it's riddled with it. I mean, you could have a look in these pages. It's just they talk about the tribes and everything else. It's just all fake. All of it is. So I'll put some snippets in here just in case you don't want to go to the website, and you can have a read them yourself. So let's have a look at the Kingdom of Manna team. There he is in the middle, Jess Bellerman. No idea who these other guys are. Again, there he is. Don't know who these chaps are, but they're all part of the scam. Or they're all being fooled, one of the two. So just to, again, we've covered this in our associates video. There's some documents being shared where notice of revocation of sovereignty and the dissolution of all treaties between the Kingdom of Manna and the Manor World Holding Trust. So basically they had a fallout, and this was the letter to say, I made it official, we're nothing to do with you anymore. And so this is the thing with Kim. How can you have a country, call it the Kingdom of Manna, say there's all these people that live there, the tribes, and that they even have their own money, with him on it. She puts him on the throne, this Grand Master Jesper Element, Grand Master Knight, and then walks away from it and never mentions it ever again. She's never mentioned Kingdom of Manna since. Why would you turn your back on that if you thought it was a good thing and that you're going to help the people of this so-called country? She doesn't. And if you're in Life Force, people listen to this, ask him, why don't you talk about Kingdom of Manna anymore? Why did you turn your back on it? What did you do with the people? What did you do with the funding you promised? It's bullshit. There you go, look. She mentions the FMCA code. Sounds like a song, doesn't it? Let it be known, Manor World Holding Trust registered Kingdom of Manna and his sovereign nation the 24th of October 2016. So yeah, I mean, there's some nice little signatures with it all on as well. And just to prove that she was, again, we've shared this in another video, that she was all buddies with Jesper Element back then. There's a document that was talking about Jesper Element and the Carlos Araujo on the 19th of April 2013. So full authorization and formal orders for execution of the redistribution of wealth transactions within Africa continent. Charged to Carlos Araujo bearing the South African passport number and acting in his full authority of FMCA. See, they're using it. They're using this code, and as if it means something. And here is their version, basically, of the breakup. So he said the Kingdom of Manna, let's blow this up a little bit. Kingdom of Manna certifies that Miss Kimberly Ann Goguen does neither work for the Manna World Holding Trust or for the Kingdom of Manna since the 24th of December 2017. Her retirement was non-voluntary, so she was sacked. By who? If she's the head of it all, how can she be fired? So again, that points more towards the OCG. So there you go. Have a little read of that. But yeah, likes to put his code on there again. So let's get into this bit just to finish this off now. So that was the picture that was used in Thomas Williams's one of his videos, Kingdom of Manna working together for the restoration of the planet, 2017. And this is the show that there was on. And the comments in that show, no other than Zuzander. We did an associates one on him and his dealings with fake ABNO, AB and AMRO documents. So if you wanted to start this off, there's a link in here. Now, if you go from 10 minutes 25, you'll hear her speaking. And there's Jasper's comment. Big love and blessings. Yeah. So here we go. Let's play a little bit of this with Kim being introduced. It's a little bit low at the beginning, but I won't play too much of it. Here we go.
I'm going to bring the guest on now, and I'm going to ask her to introduce herself. And welcome.
Good evening, Thomas. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
I'm here tonight to discuss with all of you in a very informal setting and then to answer all your questions regarding the Kingdom of Manna and the trust that is affiliated with the kingdom and how that all came about. Again, this is not a legal disclosure. It's just an informal setting and a discussion to help you understand exactly why the Kingdom of Manna was formed and where we're going from here.
Sounds good to me. Right, let's get into some of the meat of the show. So it's we're gonna do it in categories, so people can have a nice flow to all the information that's going to be delivered. And we're going to start with the Kingdom of Manna itself, and who or what is or are the Kingdom of Manna.
The Kingdom of Manna was a decision made between the original tribes, there were 5 at the time, and their current descendants, and a group of people known as warrior. And I'll explain that a little further when we start talking about the tribes. It was actually designed to act as a shield in front of the original tribe for the future ceremonies. It was also designed to be a flagship, as the Kingdom of Manna is officially the only sovereign nation on planet Earth at this time, which has no obligation to the Master Trust. That's very important because it did gain its own sovereignty in October of 2016, and it is the only sovereign nation at this time on planet Earth. And we're hoping to change that by being the light in the darkness, so everyone can really understand how the nations need to move forward to become an independent nation. And that's...
There you go. So for more and more countries to become sovereign. So what happened to that project then, Kim? Dumped it because you was, at the end of the day, it didn't work out for you. So you move on to the next one. This is what you do in Life Force. You use people's ideas, you get their business plans, you start it off, people put all the time and energy into it, and all of a sudden you pull the plug on it and you start on another one, and you pull the plug on that and you start. We've heard it all. We've had people coming forward and telling us. Listen, people, if you really want to still go down this life force, Kim's, Barbie's bullshit, it's up to you. We're just here to another side of the story. We investigate. That is it. We're part-time researchers. You know, you can say bad things about us, but at the end of the day, you should be grateful that there is people looking into her and finding stuff out. Nobody else is doing this. If there are, then let us know. But it's weird, don't you think, that people are coming to us now. We wasn't too sure, what's going on in Life Force, but they're coming out in droves. Loads of people coming forward now. People have worked with Tank. People have worked with Kim, with Thomas Williams. They've all come forward and telling us their experiences, breaking up of families. So if you think Team Bubba a complete waste of time, then maybe you should look at the victims of those that have been affected by it. Breakup of marriages, family, children, brothers, sisters, businesses, you name it. Mums and dads turning on each other because they believe what Kim's saying, and they're because you don't believe what Kim's been saying, because that their partner doesn't, they're no good. You turn your back on them. How can this happen? Is this the restoration project? The plan to do this to people? I don't know. Anyway, right. So this is the end of this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. We appreciate the comments. We do try and get back. Some we ignore because they're just talking crap and nothing. Don't come to us saying, you're just a load of PEDOs. Can't say the word. And that's all you are when you work for CIA and all this. I think we'd have a better setup than this if you work for the CIA, don't you think? Use your intelligence, people. Come on. Because we're investigating her, she's throwing shit back, trying to make out that we are PEDOs. If we are, where's the evidence? Post it. We want to see it. We want to see the evidence. And do you think we'd continue this if we were that? If she'd exposed us as that? Of course not. We've got families. We've got, friends as well. And this is one of the reasons why we have aliases, because we know what they're capable of doing. They'll destroy people's lives, and that's what they do. Many people have left Life Force, come to us, and they want to be anonymous because they know what she's capable of doing. Not just her, but Thomas Williams too, and Tank. Anyway, I'm going on and on. I'm going to end this one. Take care, everyone, and speak to you soon. Bye-bye.